All right, guys, so I want to make this video. This is going to be like a recap of the entire week. It's now Friday. It is January the 12th, 9 p.m. PST. This is ES. We're going to recap basically what happened this week, my thoughts, what basically ended up happening yesterday and today, and what I think is going to happen in the following week. So, this is the 6 hour time frame. Now, the 6 hour time frame, just by looking at it, is very sideways. There's no direction at all on the 6 hour time frame right now. We just recently had this lower high, which is the last time I made a video, and instead of going for continuation, we actually made a higher low. But then instead of making a lower low, we made another lower high, and then we went for a higher high finally. Then we made a huge lower low, then a higher low, then a lower high, then a higher low and a lower low, and now a lower high. Like, the market has no idea where it wants to go right now. Very sideways. Today I did not trade whatsoever. Yesterday I didn't either as well. I just did not like the price action. The price action was all over the place on the 6 hour time frame. It wasn't clear. There was no clear trend. There was no clear direction of where we're headed on the shorter time frames as well as the larger ones like the 6 hour. And I just did not want to engage. On the daily time frame as well, very strange, but it is holding its structure. So on the daily time frame, we do have a trend, but it's very weak. So on the daily time frame, what we got here is we got a lower low, which created a higher low, which I was expecting some kind of sell-off. We did not get that. What we got instead was a lower high and a higher high, very bullish, followed by a higher high. And then today we got a second lower high as well with a huge wick from above. This does suggest a lot of continuation to the upside. So this price action right here and the amount that we had today did suggest and does suggest a big move to the upside on Monday. Okay. We're very sideways on the daily time frame. You can clearly see we're stuck in this range between 4709 and 4827 area. Those right in between that area, there's a lot of sideways consolidation on the daily time frame, and the break out of this area is going to be a very large move. So I am expecting a break out of this range potentially on Monday, just based on this price action. I can see us get a significant move to the upside because right now we don't have a higher high. We have a lower high. I can definitely see us go for a higher high on the Monday. My target for that would be 48.90, which is a weekly resistance. Very possible. Okay. Let's go over to the 1 hour time frame for SPY, my favorite thing to trade. So on SPY, this was the day yesterday to start off the day. This followed with some continuation. So this basically was our higher high. So I was looking for it to close above our previous higher high, which was 47.6, 40.76.64. It did not. It kept selling off very aggressively and created a lower low. So technically, if you really wanted to, and if you're a degenerate, you could have gone into this trade here right at 7:30, and you could have sold at this daily support, which was 47260. 47260 has played a massive role in the last few weeks as a support and resistance. So that would have been a good trade. However, at this moment in time, you would have been trading against the major trend, which was bullish. At this moment in time, if you took that trade yesterday at 7:30, which was Thursday, if you look at the daily time frame and the 6 hour time frame, at that current time, we were in an uptrend on both the 6 and the daily. So to engage in puts would have been very against my rule, and that's why I didn't take it. But you could have definitely taken that. I can see why, but I would not have held that for very long. And then very shortly after, we had a pullback, very expected after such a huge sell-off. It did respect our previous lower high area. Very nice, right? So after this red candle closed, most people were probably expecting a lower low, but nope, we got a lower high with a higher high in the same candle, which was very bullish. So to start off the day today, we got a higher high, which opened up way up here and then immediately sold off. And what we got at the following candle, okay, was a lower high, very nice. But instead of going for a higher high, we actually ended up getting a higher low and a lower low in the same candle, but with zero continuation to the downside. So at this point, without getting that continuation to the downside, the market basically for the rest of the day today had no idea where it wanted to go, and you can clearly tell by the last 5 1 hour candles how sideways we were. So there was not really any room to engage or any interest in engaging in this. So I didn't participate whatsoever. So let's look at what happened with the weekly time frame, because now we have a new candle here on the weekly for ES. Let's open that up. So on the weekly time frame, okay, we successfully have our first lower high for I don't even know how long. At least it's been at least 2.5 months now since we had a red candle and then a green candle right after. So on the weekly time frame, very bullish. We got a lower high here on the weekly time frame confirmed. Unfortunately, we did not get a higher high though. So we did not get a higher high on the weekly time frame with this candle, but this candle looks very bullish. There's a lot of selling pressure. Just look at the difference between the week prior. Like the week prior, we had 1.67 million buyers compared to this week, 5.892. So huge difference. So that's extremely bullish to the upside. However, what I would have I'd like to have seen instead would have been, this candle is a lower high, but I would have loved to have seen us create a massive bullish engulfing candle on the weekly time frame, because that would have given us, a lower high, a higher high, and a bullish engulfing all in the same candle, which is super bullish. And that would have been something that I probably would have bought into and held the entire week next week. I would have bought calls Monday and literally held them the entire week and just sold them Friday. And because of that, though, this isn't terrible, but it isn't the best. Like, this is a good setup for a potential long swing trade in the week to come, but it's not like 10 out of 10. I would say this is like pretty mid. So on the 6 hour time frame, going back to that, as you can see, the last 4 hour candles are garbage. There's no direction there. However, the last candle, I mean, you can argue and say the last candle did close off green, and it did give us a, slightly higher high, very slightly, with a huge wick from above. So arguably, you can say we are in an uptrend on the 6 hour, but it's very weak price action to really determine or confirm anything here. Your best bet is to look at the daily time frame. The daily time frame looks a little bit more stable and has a little bit better price action. Like I said, we got a lower high here, higher high, and now a second lower high as well, which is good. I can definitely see us go for a higher high on the Monday. Okay, and my target for that is either going to be my first target realistically is going to be 4854, second target 4879, and final target is 4890. So if we get confirmation, okay, I'm not just going to get into this blindly, because the daily time frame looks okay. It looks decent, but it's not good enough. I want to see us break out of this consolidation on the 6 hour. This is terrible. I want to see us get out of here. I want to see a strong move out of here to the upside. And right now we don't have it. So once we get that, I'll definitely be looking to get into longs on Monday. And like I said, my targets will be these three. So 48.54, 48.79, and then 48.90. Those are my areas of interest of taking profit. So, yeah, guys, I hope this video kind of helps out with your trading analysis. This is kind of just a recap of what I saw today and what I saw for the week and what I see for the week to come. I'm going to make a video on Sunday as well when the market reopens, and we're going to analyze the futures as well, how it's reacting, how it's responding, and basically come up with a plan for the week to come and where we're going to attack and what kind of strategies we're going to implement to make profit next week on the market. So I hope this video helped out. I hope you use this to your own benefit, and I hope you come up with a good trading plan for yourself in the week to come as well. And that is everything, guys. Stay tuned for this Sunday. I will make another video for I guess you could call it a weekly market prep is what it's going to be, because that's what I'm going to make. So I'll see you guys on this Sunday. Take care.